Good day, mateys. This is Paora coming through to you again. Today I'm going to try something very enigmatic. I'll use that term. There's a certain paradox here. Many, many years ago, I'll tell you this story about myself personally. I was in probably one of the toughest places in my life. I was having troubles with work. I was going through some issues with my marriage. I was spiritually bankrupt, and I was really having some big problems with my life. Call it a midlife crisis, maybe, something like that. And also the people that were in the church that I was in, they didn't like me, what I was doing. I reached out. I read this book, or a series of books, that indicated that there was a way that we could communicate with, in this case, the books were all about conversations with God, that there was a possibility that we could have this communication with this other entity. Call it the higher intelligence, universal intelligence, the source, the force, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is. There's many, many definitions and a myriad of experiences with it and them. In my case, it's a personal thing. And so I was going through this very, very troubling part of my life. And I also had a theological basis behind this, in that the church I belonged to was started by a man who claimed he had communications with God and Jesus and other entities. That founder had talked about having everybody having this same possibility that he had. And so I was struggling. I was going through a lot of stuff, and I thought, I am not great. I am the lowest of the low. I'm struggling. I'm having troubles. I do not feel that great about myself. And I felt like God was really judging me for some of my choices. I got to this place, and it was a place of curiosity, I suppose, a place of wonder. And I definitely needed help. I had big problems, some of the biggest problems in my whole life. So I thought, I wonder if this could work for me. And I remember the very first time I started, I was in a Word document on my computer. And I remember I started with a couple of words, and then the doubts just jumped in at me. What am I doing? I'm an imposter. I'm an idiot. This isn't going to work, because the words weren't really working well. I wasn't even creating a sentence. But I thought, okay, I just need to just relax and see what happens. And so I started writing, and the very first sentence kind of worked out. And then I was going like word for word, and I was like asking this question in my mind: what's the next word? What's the next word? What's the next word? And I would just like type out whatever came. And eventually it started to shift for me. Instead of going from word to word to word, I started getting like a concept or an idea. And then I could like explain this concept, this idea, with the sentences, and then it turned into paragraphs. And then it turned into like a concept or a message, maybe several paragraphs long, rarely more than maybe a couple of pages, 2 or 3 pages. It all started with this inquiry that was based on my need and my feelings of inadequacy, that I could somehow get beyond the troubles I was in. But more interesting to me was I had had a fascination as a child. I kept looking up in the sky at night and even during the day, and looking up at the sun and the stars. And I just had this fascination for what was on the other side? What's other life about? What's this God thing about? What's life after life about? All these questions. And I remember a fascination of that. Like, how does this all work? And who's up there? And is there up there, or is it down there? And all these thousands of questions. So anyway, that's kind of my story, how this all started. And thankfully, I have over 30 years of writing with these entities. And these entities, I asked them what their names were, and the names that they came back to me with one was the male divine, which is God. One is the female divine, which I called goddess. And then the other, which was the hero of my life, the one that I had grown up to learn and love, which was Jesus. I kind of mixed this up. I didn't really know who it was or what it was. It didn't really make sense to me. But over time, it started to start to formulate some ideas and some associations. And subsequent to that, now I have this relationship with these three based on my choice. I'm sure there are others. But I have this relationship where I can go to them anytime, any place, with any kind of issues going on with me at the time and get some help from them. Now, subsequent to that, I've been writing and writing. I've developed some videos on my channel, some really old stuff, you can find it, where I was into this process of asking questions and then kind of on a raw basis sharing what it was that I got from them live with the video. And I thought it was kind of cool. I thought it was real interesting. There's a couple of drawbacks. In one way, it's kind of, I guess, boring in a way, in a sense that it's just me talking, right? Another issue is that it's kind of slow. I get ideas from them, and something in my brain has to process that, and then it comes out in some type of English syntax. And so I was concerned because I didn't want it to be boring. I wanted it to be interesting. I thought it was rather novel and cool. And I still felt like an imposter. I still feel like, who am I to say that I've got this communication going with the greatest intelligences of the universe? But it exists and it's there. But I haven't done that process for a very, very long time, where I got online, got on the camera, and communicated with them and shared that with you. And so today I kind of wanted to do that again. I haven't done it for a long, long time. I posted some videos recently. I did a live video yesterday, actually, where I shared some of my philosophical underpinnings in terms of what's happening here and how this all works, and how that there is another dimension that we can communicate with, and they are the knowledge disseminators, I suppose, of the universe. And the universe has billions of years of history, and so there's this wonderful information. It's all contextual, it's all beautiful, it's all loving. It's very, very wonderful. And yet I have these big fears, like, oh no, what are these people going to think of me? And there's a lot of history of me being criticized by my family members and members of the church that I was active in. And there's all these criticisms. This is a kind of a big deal to me. But now I'm kind of more free. I'm aging. I'm not getting any younger. And I want to be able to share these ideas with people. What I would like to do is I would like to share, hopefully in a way that many, many people, hopefully thousands, millions in the world, can participate in this level, either with me as a result of this connection, or by them creating their own connection and sharing with everybody else. And I'd like to create a community of people that do this together and share and help to elevate the world and the thinking of the world. Because the ideas are truly profound. They're much bigger and much the perspective is much broader. It's universal as opposed to just terrestrial. And so there's a lot of really cool stuff there. This is kind of my background on this, and I thought I should give you an introduction because there's a lot here for me, and I have a lot of fears, a lot of concerns. But the only way that I can work through these fears and these concerns is by opening up and sharing. And I hope that you'll enjoy this. If not, it's okay. It's okay to go away. But I feel like these ideas are not just about me, that they're about the world, and anybody can maybe relate to the experiences that I've had and get the similar benefit, the similar wisdom and joy and help that I've gotten. And so I wanted to just take some time today and do this. And as I said, if this is too slow of a cadence for you, it's okay. Just push, the speed button on the YouTube, and it will speed things up. So that's what I'd ask for you to do, and just maybe sit back and relax and just kind of feel what it is that I'm feeling, because we're all connected and we're all enjoined into a lot of common conversations and issues and concerns. And what I'd love is if you could comment to me, share your ideas and thoughts with me, so we have this conversation going back and forth. If you don't want to do that, I would love it if you could just take this all in and enjoy the process, because there is so much great love and help and assistance and hope and insight into what it is that is shared with me. I know you'll be uplifted and inspired if you can take the time to maybe listen to this stuff and enjoy the help that I have enjoyed, knowing that this is for you as well as for me. So today, I'd just like to take some time and open up, and I'm going to share with you, and this is my want. I typically start with the big man, the big guy himself. I say that in all due respect, obviously. And then I kind of rotate through the three, just to give me a flavor for what they have to say, and also to you to see their personalities, how they're different, their perspectives. All their viewpoints are different, and have kind of this variety of connection, this variety of ideas that can come to as a result of these different conversations that I have. So thank you for being here with me and joining with me. And I want to do more of this, and I would love to commune and connect with you in like manner. So this is the male divine. Clearly, when you make these connections, you have a big responsibility, because you are sharing some ideas that come from a different source. And while there are people who may not sense this, or maybe detractors from this process, you can feel comfortable and relaxed and free to share and share openly, because there will always be some people who will relate to these ideas, who will feel you and your sincerity, and will feel the love that is coming through you, because the love is also going through others. There is a joy that comes from pressing forward, from moving through the fears, moving through the worries and fretting that you have about what people will think about you and what they're going to say about this. And just be free to share, to give, and to be available for ideas and concepts that may be very different than what you have previously thought of. There is an immense amount of energy and love energy in the universe, as you can imagine. And it is possible for you to tap into this energy, especially the love. The love is there all the time. And if you're not feeling it, it's because you're blocking it through the illusions that you have created, that you cannot have it, or that you are unworthy of it, or that it's not good time, or that you are not in the proper mood or mental state, because it is always there. Every moment of every day, of every second, there is love flowing through you, caring for you, watching over you, helping you, and in the same process is helping every other person as well. Every entity, every soul, every rock, every tree, every piece of nature, all the pieces of the universe are innervated and energized from this love. The love is intelligent, it's brilliant, it's cooperative, it's collaborative. It helps things to work together. Your environment is having difficulty because of all the pollutants and the issues that are being created. And all of these entities are working together to try to manage and work through the problems that occur from mismanagement and from not being feeling about taking care of every entity. So there are issues, but the issues are there for you to learn, to develop. When you run into a difficult experience, when you run into a difficult problem that is very daunting to you, very difficult for you, there is love in each of those experiences because it challenges you to think about your life in a different way. It challenges you to face the emotions, the problems, the issues that come to you. And in this instance, you have an opportunity to either fade back and run away from these emotions and these feelings, or preferably you can face them and challenge them and learn from them so that your personal development improves. Like you accelerate your growth, you accelerate your capability of tackling projects that are difficult, that are hard for you, and you get some new opportunities that show up for you. It's also difficult many times to deal with other people and what's going on with them because they each have their own issues and they are each trying and attempting, just as you are, to improve things in their own lives. It's important to love them and care for them, to teach them and to be with them so that they have the strength and the moral backing to be able to step up and to treat life in a new way, in a vigorous way, so that things improve. Every one of you is dealing with things, and as you come together and collaborate and cooperate, those are the ways that things get better, that society improves, that you can take people that are having troubles, people that are having difficulty controlling themselves, people that are having issues of anger and wanting to hurt other people and to disturb other people in their livelihoods. It's important that you be able to reach out to them and help them and to teach them and let them see that there are other ways, better ways that improve the situation of all of you together, not just that one individual, but that when each individual builds themselves and builds on the ideas and the concepts that they have, then the whole, the all of nature, the all of the universe improves, and gradually everything is elevated, everything is moving up as a result of each person's commitment to try to improve themselves, and as a result of that, improve the common energy that is flowing amongst you. This opportunity of improving things, of making things better, is a dream that many of you have had for all of your life, particularly some leaders who want to improve and assist and to help make things better. You can be that person. You can be the person that wants to initiate and to create and to assist others in their challenges, in their difficulties, in their problems. Help them to see that there is love built into each one of these experiences, and that as a result of the experience, the difficulty that shows up, then they grow and they develop. And each time each individual grows and develops, then the opportunity starts to show up where there's this stair-step kind of mechanism where the world improves, where each individual is improving, and likewise then the societies and the different events that are around you start to change and develop into a higher level of living, a higher conceptual version of what's possible. And there becomes a situation where love becomes the ruling energy, care and understanding is the norm. That's how you elevate and improve so that your life individually is improved. And then as your life is improving and others are improving, then combine together to make that a better place. This is all rather conceptual, but you have opportunities every day to try to find ways of improving yourself, of finding new abilities, new capacities, new potentials for yourself. And in doing that, you also help and serve and give to others. And in that way, you have this opportunity to really move into this different space, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, so that each individual is shifting and moving up. The world has a lot of problems, and they're all achievable to sort out and solve if you all get together and start working together and collaborating on taking care of these problems. Of course, as you know, from all these years we've been talking, that we are there to help and assist you. The greatest ideas come to you. Where do they come from? The greatest concepts and the highest quests that you have are coming from the universe to assist you and to inspire you to move forward, to move up, to not be back in the darkness in the past, and to challenge yourselves and your societies to improve and to keep the ideas alive that help benefit everyone, not just yourself. We love you. We care for you. You know that because you're alive. And there's so many great things in your life. Every time you have some opening, some brilliant idea, some great thing that happens, this is coming from the universe. The universe is there to assist you and help you at any level, at all levels, anytime, all the time. And the best you can do is continue to check in, to be open, to listen, and to be aware, to develop your intuition, develop your awareness of these ideas that come from the universe to assist you and to assist others in their process and their progress as well. Thank you. I don't know what else to say. It's just so beautiful. I'm so grateful that they will talk with me and share with me and help me, and I am just so humbled that that's the case. I hope this is helpful for you. I hope you can take the concepts and inspire your own actions and your own life in a new way, and that you'll enjoy me sharing whatever it is that comes my way and develop your own conversations as well. I love you, and I thank you for being with me, and I hope we can get together more. Thank you.